Assalamualaikum everyone and welcome back. And where do we start and how do we end this? How many things are we about to talk about? Because this is a Bitcoin update again. So welcome back. And oh man, there's so many things I want to show you. So first of all, I don't know, today I was doing way too many analyses on Bitcoin, and I'm just going to come up with a short simplified thing that is going on the market. So first of all, as I explained in yesterday's video, this is a resistance that people should be looking at. Okay, 1 2. Okay, and this is a very valid resistance because it starts all the way. If I zoom in here, it starts all the way right over there. So number one resistance, you can see. Number two resistance with an evening star here. And from there, after a long time, you came and you've met that resistance once again. Here we go. Boom. Okay. So that's the resistance. Now, again, on my private channel, I've been saying that I'm scratching my head. And I'm scratching my head because we got a CME gap on $20,000. And I just don't know. That makes me uncomfortable. Okay. It doesn't give me any confidence for the market to start to push for the bull run all of a sudden, right? But there are so many things I'm going to show you that must happen. And now for those ones, I'm going to bring in the RSI, and I want to show you the RSI because I'm going to go into the brief history of the RSI as well. So let's bring in the prices here, and we're going to bring in the RSI right there in the middle. So first of all, if you look at the RSI, we got a resistance, and if I take the trend line, you can see that this has been the RSI resistance for such a long time, and you got one touch here, one touch there, and one touch here, and this can be a problem. You got like almost like a triple top or something, and you are in the middle of the RSI. RSI is at resistance, the prices are at resistance, and this is the daily time frame. So if you end up coming down, you're looking for another maybe push to the downside to the lowest part of the RSI. And then even notice how that can offer an amazing entry opportunity, because if the RSI decides to come down and give us a discount once again and drop from the middle area to come down here, that would be amazing entry opportunity. And that's where I think you're going to have massive support and entry opportunities once again for Bitcoin. Now, who knows when the RSI drops? It could be down here, it could be down to $20,000, which is I kind of have a feeling of 20,000. I'm not very sure about it though. I cannot tell you with full confidence. And who knows where the all this is going to go and stop. So the thing here is you have that, and you also have a very bad bearish divergence because you're moving up here, you're moving down there, and that's not so good. Now, I do know, I understand that some few days ago I was saying this very same thing. I've been saying this again and again, and maybe it's getting boring. And when the market also pumps, I get proved wrong, and it actually brings your confidence even lower. But let me tell you, when the market starts to pump, I get even less confident about buying anything, because this is just my part of, it has something to do with my experience, because when you look at something for so many years, you just have that feeling, like a sixth sense, that something is cooking, something is going on. You won't understand, okay? And you don't even have to understand. It's okay, don't even think about it. For me, this is what I'm going to say. Now that you have resistance and resistance, it can take one shot to destroy everything, to destroy the move down. And I always like to talk about the flip side of the coin. You see, you are at the middle of the journey. Can you break above it and move higher? Amazing, you can. And for that one, I'm going to tell you what we need to see. As I've showed you the RSI resistance, which is actually this one, if you break the RSI, if you break the prices here with a volume as well, we need a big volume, that these are good ingredients or recipes to make a perfect breakout, and also hold the retest. And then you have to flip the side. You just have to go to the other side. You don't have to wait for Bitcoin to come to the downside. Even though you have a 20,000 CME gap, then from here it could actually be a journey all the way to even 40,000 and 50,000 and even 60,000 back to the all-time high. And I can expect that to happen because Bitcoin is on a journey to $69,000. But it's not a straight shoot to the upside. It's going to be ups and downs, and I think we're at a particular point that I personally think should be a correction down a little bit, and then you go back up, because when you have bearish divergences, it reminds me of the time which I saw back here, and I remember this perfectly well, that Bitcoin was moving up and people were excited about this thing because, again, if I show you the RSI, the bearish divergence started right over here. Okay, you have a very big divergence right there, but you still kept on pushing up, and you also kept pushing down and down on the RSI, and it took a very long time after everyone was convinced that everything is okay for Bitcoin to go to the downside. And the technicals were saying that this was more, focused into being a Wyckoff distribution. Whatever this was, it was a Wyckoff distribution. Some were saying it's a triple top. Others were interpreting as head and shoulders. And then others had to say it's a rising wedge as well. So way too many interpretation. And then from there, when you pushed to the downside and came down here, then you made a lower lows here, and then a little bit of a higher lows right there, and made a bullish divergence, which is one of the best signs out there to buy a coin. Now, if I dive in on the 4-hour time frame, this is what I'm going to show you again. Okay, there are some other couple of things as well that I'm going to mention. Now, Bitcoin is actually dropping here, and I think, this resistance is actually getting proven to be a bad one. It started yesterday, I talked about it, and I'm not trading. I personally haven't traded yet. So if you look on the RSI here on the 4-hour time frame, I want to see if you can get another buying opportunity. I'm looking for maybe a touchdown on the RSI on the 4-hour time frame to maybe come all the way down here and spend some time here and find the support of the RSI. That's when I'm going to be looking at how the prices are behaving, and if we can try to move back up. Now, before I close the video, there's one final thing that I want to show you that is really, really cool, and I'm going to remove this one as well. And you can see that Bitcoin here has, okay, I'm going to bring the trend line, by the way. So let's take in the trend line, and you have the all-time high resistance right over there. Let's actually draw this a little bit down like this. All right, so you had one resistance, a little bit of a fake out, went down. And in the future, hopefully, you're looking for Bitcoin to go back here. Of course, we're looking for $69,000. Don't forget that we have a falling wedge, and that's why we're looking for that technical target to go up there. Now, when you do go up to that point, this is where the cool part comes in, because you're making a very big bullish pattern that I just noticed. I don't think anyone else has noticed this, but this could be more like a very big descending broadening wedge right here, and you break out of it. And then the technical target is going to be the following. If you take the top to the bottom here, then we might be looking at Bitcoin to move up to even $240,000. Yes, $240,000. But this is all if you can actually end up coming up, break out, and then boom, all the way to the upside. So that's pretty much it for this update. Let's see, and I'm going to see you the next one. Allah Hafiz.